lower in the other two, lower in water and sugar. Waxy potato, higher in those two, but lower in starch. And so I'll have a little verses there. Tell me the difference between waxy and starchy potatoes. If I want to use a potato that's going to hold its shape when cooked in potato salad or in a soup, what type of potato would I prefer?
A starchy potato.
Oh, a waxy potato.
Waxy, like red
Starchies will
potatoes.
fall apart.
I mean,
Like
like
red
the red
potato.
potato.
Yeah, or other examples of them, yes, most definitely. But for certain applications, mashed, fries, chips, what's preferred for those?
Starchy.
The starchy, your russets, your Idahos, your Burbanks, much more preferred for those. Because of that, it's drier potato, there's lower water, and there's more of a crystalline nature to them. We had pretty fresh on our grains lecture today. That whole thing with all of the terms to know and stuff. Most of those terms are right out of your reading. When you get to the end of each chapter and you see the little terms to know, right, those words that were highlighted in there, those are fair game on their tests, right? And I'll give
So
you,
what chapters we need to read from?
I'm gonna give you a final exam review sheet, and it will have those chapters and a long list of terms to know, and sort of a chance to kind of jog your memory on the important topics that we cover.
Okay.
I have it, I'll give it to you guys soon, next week or the week after, okay?
Okay.
And so,
When's the final?
very last day of class, okay? We have this class. Next week we do beans and rice. We have one more lab after that, which is beans. There's only a couple bean dishes. Then you have your final practical exam, and then your final written and kitchen deep clean. I think there are 5, and if I count this one, 5, so you only have, I believe, 4 after this. All right?
I feel like you strategically set that up so we would come for the final exam and nobody would not come to Gray.
Well, that's kind of the reason why
What'd you say?
We couldn't hear it, yeah.
he,
So he set it up strategically so that like we would all show up on the last day to do the deep clean, and because we couldn't miss the final.
on purpose,
You
you gotta put the final written exam on that day because people don't wanna come just to scrub stainless steel and boil out fryers and, well, so anyways, final written exam, last day. You do not need to be in uniform. Feel free to wear clothes that you can get dirty. You still need to have your non-skid kitchen shoes, cause it's gonna get a little messy in there. We'll be power washing stuff. We'll unload the cages, drag the cage outside, scrub the cage down, bring it back in, put everything back nice and neat. Everything comes off the shelves, everything gets washed, everything gets put back. All the pots and pans go through a deep clean. All the floors get power washed. All the stoves get broken down completely, scrubbed, put back together, refoiled, right? Everything comes out of the fridge, super heavy duty scrub. All the seals get
At work, you do that.
once or twice a year at work. Yeah, we do it 3 times every week.
every day.
Yeah, there are a couple of places that are like that. Charlie Trotter's in Chicago, they do it every single day. There's no refrigeration there. Everything's iced down. Every single day comes in fresh. You start from scratch every single day. And then everything is power washed, ceiling to floor, every single
I mean, we
day.
don't power wash, but yeah, I mean it's pretty.
Yeah, he was obsessive. He's passed away now, but. And so, we are not the only ones that use that kitchen. Adriana will put out a list of the things that our class is responsible for. We do have a little bit of an advantage being a Monday class. There's still several other classes that come behind us, so we're not gonna be doing drains, because that'll be the last class on Thursday or Friday.
Friday.
You have a class in there on Friday? Yeah, you get double whammy there. But there are several classes that use that lab. We'll just have our own share of stuff. But during the last week, by rule, there's no cooking, no culinary stuff at all. It's only written tests and deep clean. So, the week before that, let's talk about what your practical exam is going to be. you will need to serve me 2 plates of food. I am not going to tell you what to make. The week before, I will give you a list of ingredients that I will have in there. And then it's up to you to serve me whatever you want to make. There are rules. Each plate that you have to give me has to have at least one cooking method displayed, and they cannot be the same on the 2 different plates. They each need to show me 2 classical cuts. The 4 cuts have to be different, so 2 on one plate, 2 on the other. They have to be different. I will need to have either a mother sauce or derivative of a mother sauce and or an emulsified dressing. So I have all sorts of ingredients in there. I might have, since we're gonna miss today, I probably won't put quinoa and tabbouleh and those ingredients on there because we're missing this. I'll have to tailor it in a little bit, but you could do a salad with an emulsified dressing, like a Caesar dressing. The croutons are sauteed. You cut them into perfect 3/4 inch cubes. There's your one of your classic cuts, right? And then I just need to come up with another classic cut that's a garniture on there. And I have my 2 classic cuts, my emulsified dressing, and my cooking method. How easy is that? To make a quick salad with a nice emulsified dressing. I could make a potato salad. And I have all sorts of options for my classic cuts. I could have a chiffonade of herb. I could have perfect uniform medium dice of my potato. And I make a potato salad. I make mayonnaise to have for my dressing. And I have a very easy, fast, quick, simple one of my dishes taken care of. The other could be something that's cooked completely differently. I could take some eggplant and bread it and fry it and make a tomato sauce. I could poach an egg and make hollandaise and use the hollandaise as one of my sauces. You've got macaroni on there, and I could make a bechamel, add some cheese. There's my mother sauce, and then I garnish it with something, or I have a julienne of potatoes that I fry and garnish it with, or something like that. So it's going to be 2 plates, 2 different sauces, either mother sauces and derivatives, or an emulsified dressing, and 4 classic cuts spread out 2 and 2 on the 2 different plates. This is not the time to try to impress me with some super fancy exotic thing. You're not going to blow me away on a day like today. Pick a technique that you feel you have mastery of. Pick a sauce that's easy for you to execute or that you could practice. Keep it simple. Execute it really well. Practice those cuts, because this is a point value, right? If I'm looking at the full point spread, one of your point values is going to be those cuts. I will measure those cuts. And if you have on a let's say a small dice of carrot, you have some that are this big and some that are that big, it's gonna cost you points on a day like today. I don't care if you go through 8 carrots to try and get that many nice cuts, but that's what you gotta put on the plate and serve me. You gotta have the right viscosity for your mother sauces, for whatever sauces you put on there. If you have a dressing that's too thick or broken, your mayonnaise is broken, that's gonna cost you.
When we have time, like, to come after class sometime during the week or whatever, like practice, whatever.
You can come into any of my classes anytime you want. I am here Monday morning till Thursday afternoon, pretty much all the way through. Well, except for when the power goes out. You can come in whether I'm in meat class or saucier or